This video is on assignment 5, part 1. So for assignment 5, you will be using what you've learned in your class exercise from the previous class, from class 11. Remember when we did the XML exercise to create the cars flyers? Well, for this assignment 5, you will be doing something similar to that class exercise. So you'll be creating a flyer similar to that exercise, but this flyer that you're creating for assignment 5 must contain content that is related to your overall theme. So you must create your own XML document for your flyer. So you're required to find your own content for your flyer, and you can make this content up, or you can go to another website and find this content. And if you do that, you just have to, in your submission text, just let me know what the source is, just a link to the website. So for my content, I showed you in my example in the previous videos that I used different coffees, different coffee beans that I'm selling. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I came up with. So I have top 10 coffees, and I have so far. Okay. So, however, you don't have to create a flyer for coffee. If your theme is soccer, then you can have different types of soccer balls, or you can have different soccer players and have information about them. Okay, so this content must be related to your theme. So if your theme is about dogs, then you might want to have different dogs in your flyer. Okay, so you can consult with me if you need advice. If you want to run your idea by me, just send me an email and let me know what you think. Okay, so first you will begin by creating an XML document. So please watch the previous video on how to create an XML document and then go on to import it into your InDesign document. Okay, so in your XML document, you will have 10 elements minimum. Okay, so for your at least 10 items. So what this means is that you will have, so I have coffee here, so I should have at least 10 different kinds of coffee. Okay, so in my flyer I should have 10 of these. Now in my example I just made 4 up, but I really should have 10 different kinds of coffee. Okay, and then next, inside each of these items or element, you should have at least nested 7 elements. So examples of these 7 elements could be name, description, price, year, etc. So one of these elements have to be an image. Again, I'll show you here. So I have the brand, the name here, and then the rose is dark, and then the country it's from, and then the price, and the description here, and also an image. So total I have 7 different elements. Okay, so I have 7 here: brand, name, okay, roast, country, and then image, and then price and description. Okay, so you should have at least 7 of these within each item. All right. So next you must create an InDesign template. So you would go into InDesign and you would create a template like you had in your previous class exercise. Okay, so I'm not going to walk you through these steps again. You can refer to class 11's class exercise on how to do this. So you would start off with going to File, New Document, okay, and then creating a new document. All right, and then you would add something in your master page. You would style your master page. All right, so add some kind of style to it. Okay. And then go into your page 1, and then you would open up your view, structure, show structure, and you would import your XML. Okay, and then you would style the XML that you import. Then you would save this as a template, okay, in the correct directory. You would save that as a template. All right, and then you would close it, and then you would reopen it and then place it and so on. Of course, I'm skipping through some steps here, but to see the actual breakdown of the steps, you would want to go to your course documents, class 11, and go into your importing XML into InDesign to see how to create the template and import your XML into your InDesign template and to create this. Okay, but I'm not going to walk through those steps again. If you created your class exercise, if you finish your class exercise from class 11, then you would know how to do the next few steps. So you need to be able to apply what you have learned. So this is what you are being tested on. Okay. If you get stuck in any of those steps, please let me know. Okay, so you must create an InDesign template, import the XML data, and style the data as shown in your class 11 exercise. All right, so when that is all done, I want you to zip up your folder. Now let me just go show you what your folder should look like. In your folder, okay, mine's called Flyer. You should have your InDesign document. You should have your images, okay? So all the images that you're going to use. So in images, you should have 10 images. And then in your documents, you would have your InDesign template that I'm going to take a look at and mark. And then you should also have your PDF that you export. All right, so after that, you would go to your Flyer. You would right-click your folder, and then you would send to and compress it. If you're on a Mac, please make sure that you compress it as a zip folder, a compressed folder, not an .rar. I cannot open those. So please make sure that you send the correct folder to me. Do not send an RAR file. Please send only a zipped folder. Okay. This is out of 6 marks, and of course this is part 1, and it will be due next week. So you have the weekend and next week to work on it. After that, I will post the reflective questions and you'll answer them again. But for now, the first step is to actually come up with the content. So please consult with me if you need advice on what the content could be or should be, or if I think it's, a good idea, what you have in mind. All right, so that's it for now. Do keep in touch with me, and I'll check in with you again next class.